jewelry, bags, or shoes? Which of these three items are most important? And I'm gonna... Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. My name is Annette. I release videos once or twice a week covering a wide variety of topics, and I would love it if you joined the family. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, so that way whenever I upload new videos you get notified immediately, and then you can come on and watch and comment and like and keep it moving. So today I will be talking about something that weighs heavily in every woman's mind, and it's not that serious. It's not anything that has to do with like life or family or career choices. It's more about what's more important when you're shopping. Jewelry, bags, or shoes? Which of these three items are most important? And I'm going to be discussing why I think each specific item is important and each item is probably not important, and what you should do when you're trying to shop for any of those three items. So starting from descending order, the least most important out of those three categories are shoes. Shoes are great. Shoes elevate the woman. Like Christian Louboutin said, shoes elevate the woman. A woman's not complete without her shoes, blah, blah, blah. Shoes are great. I love shoes. I have a nice collection of shoes, I would like to think, but shoes don't hold value. And my rule, and I believe anyone who works hard for her money and is trying to build a nice luxury collection, but also is very aware of money and trends and durability, makes you then realize how not durable shoes are and how they don't hold high in terms of investments. And when I talk about investments, I'm not talking about like stock markets or like you can evaluate your shoes as stocks or something like that. No, I just mean that they're used over time, the cost per wear. Now granted, there's some shoes that are definitely worth the bang for your buck, and those shoes are the Manolo Blahnik's Hanky C pumps. Those shoes run close to $1,000. There's constantly a price increase in those shoes. Right now it's probably over $1,000, but those shoes are classic, especially the ones in the classic colors, the blues, the blacks, and the whites. When you buy those shoes in other colors like the camouflage or burgundy, things like that tend to have less value because they're more seasonal, they're more trendy, but the tried and true versions of those shoes hold their value as well. So apart from those shoes and select few Christian Louboutin shoes, your regular black pumps, your nude pumps, your classic pumps, everything else kind of like floats in between. Like there's some Alaya shoes that everyone was crazy about a couple of years ago. I'm glad I didn't buy those shoes. And then now look at them, they're nowhere to be found. There's some mules by Ballon Solier a couple of years ago that everybody was crazy about. Again, those shoes have disappeared. Even Aquazur, I have some Aquazur sandals that were just a rave back in 2017, and now no one's wearing them anymore. But the good thing is that those styles are still classic, so even though no one's wearing those shoes anymore, when I do style them, select pieces, they still look stunning, they still look really nice, and I'm glad I bought them at the time that I did. So if you're trying to spend some money or you're trying to build a luxury collection and you're wondering where to start from, my recommendation is buy shoes if you must. But if you're trying to build a sustainable collection all the way, then probably you want to look at other things such as bags or jewelry, which takes me to the next category, bags. So first you have shoes. Shoes, I believe, on the list of those three categories are at the bottom. Bags are the second, so I guess you know where jewelry stands, but let's talk about bags for a second. Bags are, amazing. They accessorize your outfit. They have a way of changing your style, passing up the joint, especially Chanel bags where you can be wearing a sweater and, leggings and sneakers, and if you have a Chanel bag you automatically look like you're an off-duty supermodel, or something fashionable that other people don't. So bags are important, but most bags also fall into this category of not holding their value, save for a few Hermes bags, obviously the Birkins, the Kellys, the Constances, and Chanel bags, the classic jumbo, the classic double flap, and the mini bags, and some Dior bags, maybe the Dior classic Lady Dior bag. Everything else kind of like is fungible, meaning, for example, the Dior Rama or the Gucci Dionysus or the Fendi Spy, these bags are fluid. You buy them, it's exciting at that point in time, they're all the rave, but then 6 to 8 months later, you just don't see them anymore. You just don't find yourself reaching for them. Same as Chloe, same as a lot of other Gucci bags. And in fact, what the matter is, they just don't hold value. So if you're trying to resell those bags, you're not going to get your money's worth. The same for YSL bags as well. So if you're trying to think about what you can buy that will not only last you a very long time, but also will be worth a resale value if you're trying to resell it in the future, or down the line you can still wear it 5 to 10 years later and not have any issues with it, then definitely consider select few bags, not all of them. And by those select few, the Birkins, the Kellys, the double flaps, and then My Lady Dior, and maybe like a Bottega Veneta clutch, if you will. I have, been victim to buying bags that I felt like, oh, I needed a bag in different colors, and by virtue of that, I bought like a Prada wallet and a chain, or YSL clutches, and those bags are still cute. But now the resale value for those bags are just so low that it's simply better that I just keep the bag, because there's no way I can get a fraction of what I paid for. Compared to my Dior bag or Chanel bag, Dior just had a price increase. So my mini Lady Dior is worth $400 more than it was worth when I got it. My Chanel bag is worth $2,000 more than how much I got it for 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. So if I go ahead and sell any of those bags, I'm likely to make at least close to the same amount of money that I spent buying those bags, and breaking even, because I've had 2-3 years to wear these bags, or at least in the case of my Chanel bag, and then turn around and sell it and get practically the same amount of money that I paid for. But I plan on not selling it. I plan on having this for a very long time. But you get my drift. That's basically what I'm trying to let you know, that while bags are like in the middle category as far as investments and what you should buy, also pay attention to the fact that this rule does not apply to all bags. Other classic bags that may be worth considering are like the Louis Vuitton Never Full Tote or the Celine box bag. Those bags, while they may not hold their value as much as the Chanel or the Hermes or the Dior, there's a market for them, and you can buy them relatively used and relatively cheaper, at sites like Fashionphile and The Real and other sites as well. So, and then if you want to sell them, there's always a market for those, because people are always looking for them. So consider that when you're trying to figure out what you should buy first, starting out or just trying to build the best collection, bags or shoes, which of them is more important to you. The third category, and the most important one, is jewelry. Jewelry is, I believe, the most important thing a woman can spend her money on, simply because, one, it goes with everything. You don't have to, unlike, blue bag that goes with like that one right there, that goes with only select few items. Jewelry goes with everything, so you don't have to worry about it matching anything. And then if you buy authentic 100% gold and with diamonds or precious stones, it doesn't matter if it's yellow gold, rose gold, or white gold, although white gold is quite more expensive than yellow gold or rose gold. You get to keep those items for the rest of your life. You take them to the retailer and you can have them steamed or cleaned or whatever, or brushed, and it just turns out to be as sparkling and as perfect as when you just got it. And that's where durability comes in. Also, when you talk about estate planning, when you're talking about how much you have in your family, how much you have in estate, jewelry counts. So while they may not count your shoes, they may count your bags, but definitely jewelry counts. And jewelry is something that obviously you can pass down from generation to generation. And when you're thinking of things like that, I'm not talking about costume jewelry. I'm talking about fine jewelry from places like Bulgari, Van Cleef & Arpels, Cartier. They have really, really, really good jewelry that you can aspire towards getting, and you can actually eventually try to see if this is something that you want. There are also some brands that are a bit cheaper. There's Chopard and there's Messika. There are many other brands out there that you can try. Those are just my favorite when it comes to fine jewelry. And then some of them, especially like in Van Cleef and Bulgari, they have a combination of gold and precious stones. So precious stones like chalcedony or tanzanite or tiger's eye, malachite, mother of pearl, and those stones require a lot of care when you're taking care of them and when you're passing them from generation to generation, but they also hold their value. these items hold their value so much, and that's why people say, okay, if anything happens, you know, then you can sell it in the secondhand retail market, or put an ad by yourself at eBay or Craigslist or whatever, and get a good fraction of your money back. So when it comes to those 3 items, shoes, bags, and you know, jewelry, I definitely recommend the top of the line, the top of the chain. If you're trying to figure out where to invest your money, where to buy items that will last you a long time and that will carry you for a very long time and get the most bang for your buck and have investment pieces, definitely consider and start with jewelry first, then onto bags, then onto shoes. I hope this was helpful to you on some level. If you like this video, be sure to give it a nice, huge, resounding thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. And if you are, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys in the comment section and in my next video. Bye guys.